wanted to pop in really quick and let you know of a bonus video that we have for this series. I am super excited at the amazing knowledge, insight, and inspiration you'll get from all of our episodes this month. But I also wanted to provide a bonus video to help you actually implement what our amazing experts are sharing with you. To walk with you step by step in how to create intention, clarity, and a plan to have a successful new year. So stay tuned to the end of this episode so you can find out how to access our bonus video. Hello and welcome back to Oversight Global's A New Year, A New You series. We're all December long. We are closing out the year with clarity, intention, and inspiration for the new year. My name is Angelique Kapoor. I'm your series host. I'm also a career and leadership coach, as well as the founder of Oversight Global. We're an organization that addresses the consciousness crisis in the world by educating and empowering leaders to be aware of and strive to fulfill their fullest potential and uniquely contribute to the world. I am super excited to welcome Vishnupriya Aristo to the show. She is the founder of ZeroPoint Holistic Healing Center. She is a holistic healing therapist certified in multiple healing modalities such as Reiki, past life regression hypnotherapy, rapid transformational therapy, and many more, where she has teamed up with the best holistic healing practitioners in the world to provide a complete body, mind, and soul healing for clients all around the world. Her vision is to empower humanity to eradicate their pain and suffering and lead them towards enlightenment. Vishnupriya, thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you, Angeli. That was such a beautiful introduction, and thank you. It's my pleasure to be on your show today. I'm looking forward, especially the new year coming up. It's like it's the time of celebration, right? So It's nice that you have put together such a beautiful podcast with this particular series. So I'm looking forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So what does intentional goal setting mean to you?
Yes, intentional goal setting. I guess the goal setting has been, like a thing that everybody starts doing, especially in my case. The thoughts about, I guess, when it comes to New Year, it's like, okay, 2023 is starting off. I have already started that feeling of, 2022 is going by. What have I achieved so far?
Mm-hmm.
Have I already achieved the goals that I wanted to, get done in 2022? What else can I improve? These are the kind of my personal thoughts, and I feel a lot of people in the world would be thinking along those lines as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, when it comes to intentional goal setting, I usually have at least few things, let's say 4 to 5, that I would like to specifically achieve in this particular year.
Mm-hmm.
So it may not have to be, in my case, I don't stress too much on that this has to be complete. Instead, some of my projects are kind of a long-term one. So when I set my goals, it's usually I should get it started. The seed has to be planted. If that is done, then the watering process is kind of easy. The maintenance or just moving forward with it for me. So for me, I usually go for at least 4 to 5 things and then making sure that the seeds have been planted. So that would be my way of doing intentional goal setting.
I like that. Making sure the seeds are planted, and then it's more about the process than it is about completing it. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love that. So what are your thoughts on the importance of intentional goal setting for the new year? I mean, what are the benefits of why a person should be intentional in setting their goals instead of, how we kind of have this, we're going to set a New Year's resolution and it only lasts for a couple of weeks. So, what are the benefits of actually being intentional about it?
Sure. That's a beautiful question. So just to speak a little bit on, setting a goal and not, like the 2 weeks that you spoke about. I guess that is one of the major challenges for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And what I said, which is like, let me plant the seed, let me take small baby steps. So in my case, where I have put too much pressure on myself or too much of a change, just to give you an example here, let's say that my health goal for this year is for me to, let's say, go to gym every day.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say if I'm a person that I have never gone to gym, or I might have a history of gone to gym but only lasted for two weeks or 3 weeks.
Mhm.
If that's the history that I'm coming from, I would first of all start off with, even this is something that I'm currently doing as well. I haven't been a person who actually go to gym. Instead, I was doing, let's say, sports, badminton, etc. But this time, just two months back, I really felt like, okay, I would like to go to gym. And what I did was, I knew if I'm going to just take membership, in my case, I have, let's say, a few years back, 3-4 years back, maybe, that I've just tried going to gym, but it did not last too long, maybe 1.5 months. So since I knew what has happened there, and now when there is that kind of desire that is coming up that I would love to go to gym, here I had to place something in front of me that will keep me motivated, that will keep me kind of taking it into completion. So for this purpose, when I actually went inside the gym, I was talking to them, asking what are all the different options that you provide, and they spoke about the personal trainer option and different kinds of things that they have in the gym. The personal trainer felt really feeling light for me, feeling like, yes, that's the key to success, at least in my case, in this specific task. So then I just took the option of having a personal trainer where, here at least a person is there accountable, and it's not like you going to the gym and doing it all by yourself. Somebody is there to support. So I'm just using that as one of the examples where there is some kind of, you know yourself the best, and you know your history. So we have to plan to succeed, right? So there is two ways, planning. I guess what needs to be changed is in the planning process rather than in the execution process. So if I know deeply about myself, if I'm fully motivated towards success, then I would keep those placeholders that I know I wouldn't be diverted. I know that I'll be going in the straight line. So ensuring that in the planning process is one of the ways how we can actually, get the project going, getting it through and finishing it. Well, it's not only just about setting that goal, but also in my case, I would say understanding myself better. I should be able to keep those placeholders around me to make sure, even in the planning process, that I know I will get it done. These are the elements, these are the resources required for me to make it happen.
Right.
So
right. I love that. Yeah, I love that you pointed out that it's really important that you know yourself and think about your patterns and your habits, because I think a lot of the reasons why people set these New Year's resolution goals and then they don't last is they're trying to jump on this bandwagon or get on this plan that isn't it doesn't align with them. It's too big of a change for them to actually stick with it. So I love how you pointed that out, that you really need to take a look at yourself and do what's going to work best for you. So that's beautiful. So for you personally, I know that you've touched on it with, making sure that you plant seeds, and it's more about the progress and then knowing yourself. But what other strategies or methods have you used that you have found to be successful for you, and not just setting your goals, but achieving them as well?
One of the main things that has really helped me is keeping an accountability partner, which I know I already touched a little bit, but that has always been the easiest kind of extra additional coin that I can keep in, that has always took me towards that success, reaching that finish line. I guess that's what we call it, the success. So some kind of accountability partner, for example, even the personal trainer example that I gave you. Now there is somebody else who knows that I'm going to gym and that I have this intention that I want to either reduce weight or whatever those benefits that I would like to get. So this person who serves as a partner here in this case keeps me accountable. To just give you a few other examples that have done this. Coming to the finances side of things, I, for a very long time, wanted to start using my money to invest instead of just spending on the expenses, which has been my long-term pattern, starting up from my parents in the childhood. It's just like money comes in and all of that just vanishes out through expenses every month. So that was a very, very long time pattern. So all of a sudden, I'm reading all these books and starting to think about I should start investing. And then here again, there is that pattern of I was just aware of myself. I know that if I'm going to get it started, so I just set intention, let's say daily $100 or weekly $100, I guess, because it was an Indian currency, so I'm just converting it. So here, let's say weekly $100, I would like to invest in some different kinds of investments. But in this case, if I'm going to do that by myself without anybody else knowing about it, I know halfway through I might just drop off and go back to my old habits. So what I did was I had a graphic designer at that time who was doing all my graphics and stuff. And I asked her, can you maintain an Excel sheet for me where every day I'll be doing different kinds of investments and I'll be sending you a screenshot where you're just entering, all those investments in different categories. And she said, yeah, I can do that. And it just takes 5 minutes to do it. So here again, it is me who is actually preventing myself from failure or dropping off by actually keeping somebody else. Because if I do not do my investing and send her a screenshot a particular day, she would ask me, hey, did you, do your investment yesterday? So just because she would ask for it, I'll remember, I'll take that action step. So this is how I tend to put in some kind of accountability partner, especially for those things that I know I might just drop off halfway. So here again, what comes up is knowing yourself better and seeing what are your long-term patterns. Once you know that, then it's all about planning for success. If I truly choose to be successful in this resolution or in this goal, what are those elements that I have to keep in place? If you know yourself and you plan for success and keeping those elements in place, it's going to be much easier to get through.
Yeah. No, I love that you pointed that out, accountability partner. I've also used those in the past, and I found that, they don't just, hold you accountable because you have somebody else to answer to, but they can also, my accountability partners have helped me create those small steps, those smaller goals, and have motivated me to keep going. And then also, they remind you to celebrate. They're like, hey, you've done this. You need to go out and celebrate. So yeah, I love that.
Beautiful. So, I guess I have a second answer to that question as well. Strategy for the intentional goal setting. I guess one other thing that I do is, as a holistic healing practitioner, I do a lot of meditations. I have a daily meditation practice. So what I also do, let's say if 2023 is starting off, this is called future pacing in some of the hypnotherapy modalities, where during the meditation, I'm just going to the future, let's say December 31st of 2023, the version of me and what all have I achieved. So here, let's say if I have 4 or 5, goals that I would like to achieve in 2023, I would envision myself at the end of 2023 year, and I would imagine that I have achieved all of this, and how does it actually make me feel? Let's say that I have a health goal that says that I would like to lose whatever 10 lbs, or let's say if I have a financial goal that I would like to have this much amount in my savings, let's say $10,000 in my savings account by the end of the year. So if these are my concrete goals, first of all, I'll be really specific. If I'm setting up health goals, then it will be a specific number. If it is, finances, that as well. If I have, let's say in my business, let's say that I would like to serve 1,000 customers in my business. If that's the case, again, keeping it really specific, it helps the mind to actually start believing it. It's easier for us to bring in those ideas as well, instead of just saying I would like to increase my customers, or I would like to increase the number the savings amount. So instead of just going vague, being very specific, I have seen it just works really well for me. So that's one element. And then while I'm doing the meditation, I call it a manifestation meditation, where I am visualizing, imagining myself actually having that $10,000. Like, let's say it's December 31st, I'm contemplating 2023 at that time,
Mhm.
and I'm like super happy and excited. I would start feeling those emotions, feeling fulfilled and satisfied that I have achieved those 5 goals that I set for myself. I visually start seeing, let's say, that $10,000 in my savings account. It's like I would imagine opening up my bank account and seeing that specific number and feeling the fulfillment, the satisfaction, the contentment that comes along with it. If it is my health goals, I would imagine, visualize myself, seeing myself in the mirror and feeling so happy, fitting into those beautiful clothes, for example, that I want. So those are some of the examples of how this visualization is done. And I tend to do that every single day. Maybe it just takes like 5 minutes. The more those images get fully, deeply embedded into my brain, into my mind, it automatically manifests. And all sorts of obstacles that might come in the way, it starts just releasing.
Right.
Because I'm reprogramming my mind as if that end goal is already achieved. That's the second major strategy I tend to use.
I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I think it's important that people, also realize that, their mind is probably going to be their biggest obstacle. So if they can, get ahead of that and, like you're saying, just manifest that through visualization, that's definitely a strategy that can help people to be successful. So what other things contribute to a person's success in setting and achieving their goals? I mean, I know we touched on knowing yourself, realizing that, your mind has a big part of your success as well. What other things have you found are big contributors?
The first thing that comes up for me there is self-belief, that it is truly possible for me to achieve this. So let's say, going back to one of my examples, let's say for the financial goals, I would, if I'm setting, let's say, the $10,000 in savings account, like just as an example, I would look for who are those people who have already achieved this. Maybe there are some financial experts who might have some YouTube videos or maybe some blog about how they actually had this savings practice and what all did they do to make it happen and how they actually successfully did it. So I might read or listen to some of those people who have already done it, because it inspires me. It also kind of starts building that belief, because if I truly believe in myself that it's possible, it's done deal. So all that it takes is for me to truly believe. And when I have that belief, for example, going back to the health goal, going to gym, if I truly believe that it is possible for me to achieve that, losing weight as an example, even if, let's say, life just gets in the way, maybe a few days I'm not able to go to gym. So this is where, the terminating point comes up. Maybe something comes in the way and 2 to 3 days I take off, and then I wouldn't get approved to go back. That's how, we drop off, right? So here, if I had that self-belief, even at 3 days off, and I come back, if I do truly believe that I can make it happen, and if I have the second element, the first element is that self-belief, the second that I see is burning desire. I see Think and Grow Rich book beautifully, brings out that the importance of burning desire. It's not just desire to make it happen, but it is truly a burning desire that I'm going to make it happen no matter what. And second is, I can do it. I know others might have done it. I might have heard stories of people, losing 10 lbs or 50 lbs. But here again, the second element here is the self-belief that it is possible for me to do it. If they can do it, I can do it. And I have that burning desire to make it happen. I would say these two are the major success ingredients that is required for us to actually follow through and get it done.
That's great. Thank you so much. Those are some amazing points. So can you share with our viewers, I know that you've been here before, but just remind them of, what you do and a little bit of who you are and how they can connect and follow you.
Sure. Yes. As you said, I'm a holistic healing therapist, and I'm also a happiness coach. I do a lot of workshops around how to build a a state of permanent happiness, so that things that's happening around you doesn't actually affect the true real happiness that comes from within you. So those are the two major things that I do with my ZeroPoint Holistic Healing Center. We offer individual personal one-on-one sessions. It can be for health, regardless of what kind of health conditions that you have, starting from common cold cancers, what I say. And we have done so many different health issues, whether it's ulcer or indigestion or migraines. We've done healing sessions for so many different kinds of health issues with a lot of success as we do it. So there's a lot of other healers as well in my center who actually do these sessions. So that's health side of things, and these are like one-on-one sessions regardless of where you are in the world. We can do these sessions for you. I also do relationship side of things, relationship healing, which is usually conversational in nature compared to the health related, which is non-conversational. It's just energy healing that we do a lot for health side of things. But relationship, there's a lot of conversations, shifting, changing the belief systems. I also do business healing. So in the business growth program that we have, I tend to help business owners to increase their profits, to increase their clients and sales. So that's another side of things that we do. And I also have a lot of clients who come to me for money block clearing sessions. So I also have something called the Money Consciousness Academy, where I do a lot of workshops, coaching on the topic of money. And we also have personal one-on-one sessions for the money block clearing sessions. So when it comes to holistic healing tools, they are universal, 360 degree, all areas of your life starts shifting and changing. So that's the services that I offer. So my website is ZeroPointHealing.com. It's ZeroPoint healing.com, where there's also my email address there, by the way. So if anybody wants to just have a free consultation with me, they can just email me, and I'll be happy to offer that for everybody who is watching this particular podcast.
Sounds good. Thank you so much. And we'll have links to connect and follow you in the video description below. So you've given us so many great points and gems and some wonderful insights. Do you have any final thoughts or key takeaways that you want people watching this episode to walk away with?
Sure. So when it comes to whether it's New Year or anything in life, I would say you have all the power to change anything you would like to have in your life. So going back to that self-belief. So when you really start loving yourself, the self-love aspect, and you know that I have the power within me to change anything that I don't like in my life, whichever area of life, or maybe you want to create so much more success in your business, whatever it is, the power is within you. And I would love to end this conversation empowering every single person, telling you that you have the power. Just wake up, go for it, dream bigger. What is the biggest of the dreams that you can dream for 2023? Just take it up, just go for it. Take one step, just as how I said, even if you're not able to finish it within 2023, let's go ahead and just plant the seed and see how the tree comes up, right? So just go for it and dream as big as possible is my final message.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, Vishnupriya. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your knowledge and your insights with us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Anjali. It's such a beautiful second interview for me with you. So I truly enjoyed it. Thank you so much for putting up this beautiful content. What you're doing is such a great service to humanity. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you, viewers, for being here and for watching. Don't forget to check out our other episodes of this series. And remember to like, comment, and share. And also subscribe below if you haven't already to be alerted of future episodes and videos on our channel. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video. Wow, such amazing knowledge, insight, and so many wonderful gems and nuggets, right? I hope you took away some great tips and words of wisdom from this episode. Now, that bonus video that I mentioned about how to implement all this, you can find it in the video description below. Just click on the link. So excited for you as you create intention, clarity, and success for the new year.